Hi everyone, my name is Maria and I want to share my story with you. Actually, two stories from my childhood. They're about my irresponsible parents. My mom is brilliant. She's the best mother in the world. We're good friends. She knows all my secrets. There's just pure love and understanding between us. I also have a good relationship with my dad, but now I'm 17. And I still can't understand how one can be so irresponsible. The first time my dad forgot something important was when I was 4 years old. On Christmas Eve, we went for a walk outside to sledge and take something from the garage. I don't remember what exactly. Mom was cooking, then she went shopping. We had real fun. We didn't worry that we could freeze everything off, even our guts and noses. We had a fantastic ride. Then we entered the garage. Dad took me off the sled and left me near the garage. He didn't want to drag his kid into the darkness and dirty room. And then he just turned around and went home. Without the sled and without me. I saw that he looked back even now and then. I saw that he looked back every now and then, but I thought it was another game. I even tried to drag the sled after him and then fell into a snow pile and laid there because I had no more strength. A 4-year-old kid gets tired pretty fast. I didn't feel like laughing when I realized I was left all alone in the dark street. The situation was really nasty as the garage zone was pretty far from our apartment block. It was about a 7-minute walk. Plus, it was guarded by dogs who quickly found me and began to growl. I tried to get out, but they bared their teeth, tried to throw themselves at me and behaved awfully. They were protecting their territory. My mom said that she had gotten back home only 3 hours later and saw Dad sitting quietly on the couch. When she asked where her child was, he only shrugged. Then he suddenly jumped up and rushed off, with no jacket, just in his slippers. Mom rushed after him. They found me in that snow pile surrounded by dogs and frozen. Then they treated me for a long time. Instead of a holiday, we went to the hospital to treat my frostbite and pneumonia. Mom and Dad almost got divorced that day. It took Dad a very long time to prove that he was not going to kill his kid. He was just so tired and so exhausted that day that he simply forgot about me. He even tried to claim that it was all my fault, that I could have said something and not be so silent. But soon, things got better. Mom didn't leave me with Dad anymore. But we were still a happy family. The second time was less epic, mainly because I was already an adult. I was 12 years old. It was summertime, and my dad and I were driving to the hardware store to buy new stuff to repair our home. Dad was cursing, choosing something. In the end, I could not stand it anymore and just fell asleep in the back seat of the car. And Dad? He just forgot that he also had a daughter with him. He took the purchases home and went fishing to another city by the lake with his friends. Everyone was very surprised when I got out of the car with my dad. Especially Dad. He was sure that I was helping my mom around the house. His friends even wanted to give him a fake medal, something like the Father of the Year, for such a phenomenal memory. He managed to forget a kid in the back seat of his own car that he was driving himself. Not everyone is able to do that. Well, I ruined their fishing plans. First, instead of staying there for 3 days, as it had been planned, they had to get back the same night. Second, I was a real wet blanket. I would have told everyone about them taking drinks not related to fishing. So the guys fished unhappily and started packing. I got bored when they only started folding their fishing rods. So bored that I fell back asleep right on the shore. I'd put my dad's jacket right under my head. Guess what happened next? That's right, everyone packed up and left. And I stayed sleeping on the shore. In another city, on the lakeside, over 9 miles away from any human house. But it was okay, actually. Of course, I was a little scared of having to spend the night by the lake. But it was even interesting. I woke up, swam, ate some sandwiches from the bag. I had the bag of sandwiches with me when everyone had left. Then I watched the stars and got ready to sleep. But then the headlights blinked and my dad jumped out of the car, all in shock and panic. It turned out that he really forgot about me being there. In his head, I was still at home with Mom and not sleeping before his eyes. It was his friend, when they stopped halfway to go over the heap, who had asked why I was not getting out of the car. It was there that everyone finally understood. Dad turned on the jets. Since nothing terrible happened, I wasn't even hungry, and they decided to say nothing to Mom not to upset her. Now, every time I go somewhere with Dad, I make sure he remembers that I'm close. I learned it the hard way. So here are my stories, folks. Have your parents ever left you in the wrong places? If they have, write in the comments. It would be interesting to read about those of you who are as unlucky as me. And guys, if your parents tend to forget things, yell, scream, and remind them in any way that you can that you're there. Unless, of course, you want to find yourself sleeping alone far away from civilization.